Hello. This is the third fable from Aesop. It's called The Bundle of Sticks. Mrs Milsom had 7 children. They were called Jaden, Skye, Sam, Tia, Ryan, Cerys and Tommy. The only trouble was they couldn't stop arguing with each other. When Mrs Milsom wanted a well dug, do you think any of the 7 strong children could do that? "We'll dig a hole here," said Jaden. "No, by here," said Skye. And each of the 7 children grabbed a spade and started digging 7 different holes in 7 different parts of the garden. "Well, that's no use at all," Mrs Milsom sighed. Mrs Milsom then asked her 7 strong children to row her across the wide, wide river, which ran by the bottom of her garden, to see her friend, Mrs Williams. "Oh, we'll do it!" cried Sam and Tia. They leapt into the boat and sat down facing the front and picked up the oars. "No, we will," shouted Ryan and Cerys. Well, they leapt into the boat and sat down facing the back and picked up the oars. Well, they all pulled at the oars until the sweat dripped off them, trying to row the boat in opposite directions and going absolutely nowhere. "Oh," sighed Mrs Milsom, "that's no use at all." Now, one day, there was a notice in the paper. Grand competition to build the biggest barn in the county. £700 prize, it said. "I'll win that," said Tommy. "No, I'll win that," said Jaden. Skye and Sam and Tia and Ryan and Cerys all joined in, shouting and arguing with each other about who was going to win the £700 prize. Mrs Milsom suddenly jumped to her feet. "Quiet!" she said, and got up on a chair. "Quiet!" she shouted. She got right up on the top of the table. "Will you all be quiet?" she roared. Well, the 7 children went very, very quiet, and they all looked up astonished at Mrs Milsom. "Well, that's better," she said. "Now you, fetch me one of those big bundles of sticks we keep for the fire." "I'll go," said Ryan. "No, I'll go," said Cerys and Skye together. "No, I'll go," said Sam and Tommy and Jaden and Tia all at once. "Quiet!" sighed Mrs Milsom again. "Tia, you go." Tia ran out of the door and came back with a bundle of sticks as fat as your arm. Mrs Milsom folded her arms. "Now, my lovely girl, you're as strong as any of these here. Break that bundle in 2. Tia said, "Oh, easy," and she took the bundle in both hands. Well, she bent and she bowed and she huffed and she puffed, but no matter how hard she tried, the bundle just would not break in 2. "Well, I can't do it," Tia sighed at last. "Pass the bundle to Jaden," said Mrs Milsom. "Oh, thanks. I'll break it easy like," said Jaden. He took the bundle in both hands, and he bent and he bowed and he huffed and he puffed, but no matter how hard he tried, the bundle just would not break in 2. "I can't do it," he sighed. And neither could Skye, nor Sam, nor Ryan, nor Cerys, nor Tommy. Mrs Milsom took the bundle of sticks. She untied the string. She gave 1 stick each to each of the children. "Can you break that?" she asked. Crack went the sticks as each of the children broke them easily. "What have you broken?" said Mrs Milsom. A stick?" asked Cerys, looking down at her hands. "Yes," said Mrs Milsom, "but between you have broken the bundle of sticks." The 7 children looked at each other. "One of you wasn't strong enough, but when you all worked together—" "We were much stronger," cried Jaden, Skye, Sam, Tia, Ryan, Cerys and Tommy. And so they were. When they went to the competition, the 7 children worked together to make the biggest barn in the county, and they came away with the prize money. £700. Exactly £100 each. Now, I hope you know what the lesson there is in that fable. See you soon.